What's up, everybody? So I'm working on the girls, pretty much just running through here, trying to get some skills taught to these women, these feisty last Cloudia girls, and oh man, I have some awesome abilities to teach these characters, and a lot of different combos and things to try out. So pretty much, I'm just going to go over real quick what I've been doing with the new units, or what I've been trying to accomplish at least, because we really never know how these builds are going to come together, especially when you're talking about a new character. You don't know how well things are going to mesh, if they're actually going to stack like you want them to. Sometimes things just don't work out, so it is what it is. But as far as teaching abilities to all these awesome new characters, I've just been running the skill study. It's really nice to have that to run. Obviously, I'm going to have to do the Grand Ability Gate as well. The Training Gate, I still have a Rainbow Potion, and I'm debating whether or not to give it to Theria. And we know which Theria I'm talking about, because the limited time thing that we have to run right now, I don't see really that much stuff going on here, so they're kind of giving us a little bit of a break to work on some of these heroes, I would think. So with Theria, the last little Girl Scout we got, she's level 59 out of 60, so I need to do something about that. I have to get drops of life, so that should be fairly easy to do. But I wanted to talk about her skills. What I've been trying to teach her. You are going to want access to her kit. Her S1 through S3, even 4. It's so potent. It really is. There's such potent advanced abilities that are really going to help your team. Like that damage reduction and all that stuff, you just can't go wrong with it. I knew that her kit was going to have some sort of limitation on it, just because it's so OP what the girl can do when you can just, drop her skill kit. So obviously her abilities take super long to charge. That's just the fact of the matter. I did put Happy Halloween on her for 9 SC. Happy Halloween has Fort, Metis, Vitality, and Haste. Has haste. You gotta have haste on this girl. If you don't have Happy Halloween, get haste for her. If you don't have auto haste, teach her the spell haste, so you can just cast it on yourself when the fight starts. Might be somewhat of a pain, but it's gonna be worth it. Obviously I put no attribute shield, and I like to put shields on characters like this, especially ones that can conjure up damage reduction to sit on top of it. She's running around with the name-giving buff right now. I'm going to be trying to use that and apply that and see how well she actually works as a buffer and a healer. If I can pull that combo off, I think it's going to work out great. I have Quick Trigger for her. This would be equipped. These are things you want. Quick Trigger. You want Skill Charge. These are going to be the things that I'm going to be teaching her next. Break Boost and Break. That's actually not a bad idea for a boss fight if you have the room to do that. So while she's not healing and she's just throwing her basic attack from the back, at least she's helping break some kind of break bar for a boss. It's just nice to have this stuff on the side. I'm probably most likely never going to use it, but Quick Trigger. And where's the other one? Beastly Banquet. That is a big one. Oh, you know what? She hasn't learned that one yet. She's learning it now. But Beastly Banquet, after every wave, she's going to get 1 stock to her skills. That's absolutely amazing. That is what you want, on top of the haste, on top of the skill charge. Really, really try to attack that SCT recovery as hard as you can for this girl, because that's what's going to open up her kit. And not only do you have free healing in there and shields for everybody every time she does anything from there. The S4 is phenomenal, right? And she really gets to save her mana for whatever the hell she wants to do if you can really get her kit to proc. Then with your mana, you can take debuffs off of Your allies, you can put up walls, tons of walls to give damage reduction to any element you want, wall 1 and wall 2. You can emergency heal people, you can AoE heal people. Of course, you're going to pay mana for this, but you can also name giving buff and give everybody a huge stat increase. You can throw breaks. You can bring, if you know you're fighting an enemy that hits really hard with physical attacks, you can break their strength, you know. So she has the SC in the room and the ability to do all this stuff. You just need to teach her all these abilities. But for the most part, try to get access to her kit. You want that damage reduction up as often as you can. And it's no surprise that with how powerful the abilities are on this girl's kit, that it's going to take time to access them. Unlike her clone, her sister, who just starts the fight with, you know, S1 already charged up 3 times, and so that is why I love running Alice. But I can totally see the potency in Theria. Like through and through, with the right build, this girl is going to be a monster. And obviously throw some hit points and stuff on her, some magic damage reduction, some physical damage reduction if you can, anything to toughen her up, because when it gets really nitty gritty, she can literally bring your whole party back and just reset everything. I mean, you can go from literally losing a fight and being on your last leg to throwing her S4, and you legitimately have like a real shot at finishing that boss off now. So definitely a character to keep her eye on. Of course, with her, I am running Alice. I'm trying to build both of these girls up together. Alice has just been phenomenal all around. She's just like Kohaku, except with a different element. I dig her. Absolutely love it. And the fact that she is a legitimate last Cloudia character. I dig it. I dig her art. And she has no problem. She has no problem charging her S1 through S4. Sometimes I cannot throw these abilities fast enough. Alright, so for this girl, I'm just going to be working on anything that can increase any of her damage cap at all, because we're already talking about such a high combo count that, you know, getting an extra 1,000 to your each of those hits can make all the difference in the world. That's an extra 50,000 damage to something, if she can get a 50 hit combo on it. And she can get a 50 hit combo lickety split. She just spams her kit and it's amazing, and I love playing this girl, so that's what I'm doing with her. And obviously the last unit that I have kind of running around right now is just Ray. Ray is just kind of kicking it in the background. I think he was just trying to pick up determination. As you guys can tell, Ray's well on his way. I even got 263 out of 400 for his souls. So I take my Ray very seriously. Abilities unlocked 108 out of 108, so I have filled out his tree. He is actually probably the highest level character I have on this account. Guys, should I just throw the rainbow potion on him right now, just to get him from 92 to 100? No, we're not going to do that. Right? So Ray is probably the most vested character I have. I've taught him a ton of things. Like, he just has all this good stuff to go through. He's only got 78 SC though. So definitely working on that. I wish I had some of the prisms for him. Definitely love Ray. He's just such a good shock trooper. I think he just has a couple skills to pick up, like ultimate boost. Oh, that's right. The new hammer arc that I got, that bulldozer thing, that has some kind of giant slayer, giant killer something on it. It's not actually a slayer ability, but it lets you do 20% more with your skills and specials to bosses. That is definitely going on Ray, and it's going on Alice too. It's just a great idea for them. So actually I need to level that thing up today, kind of work on that. And of course, all this comes down to gems. I'm going to be doing some serious gem grinding. What else can I do? I have to feed these characters somehow. Actually, I also... I might have to run like the visionary limit break field just to get even some of the lower tier mats. Let's see, what did I need? It's one of these. I needed some kind of drops because homegirl Theria is at level 59 out of 60, so I need to get her to that level 80 threshold. It's just been difficult. I know I'm gonna have to go in there and get like tier 5, tier 6 awakening materials for like 2 heroes now. I think I did score some visionary light earlier, so that might help with Theria. I gotta get in there and check that out, but pretty much rounding off like Ray and his build and working on the Theria sisters. I'm just gonna call them that, even though they're clones. Actually, I'm kind of excited to see how Theria is going to treat her clone. You know, you assume Theria is just going to be, like, she's going to feel bad for her, and she's going to want to be her friend, but who knows, she might just be like, I'm totally crazy jealous bitch when it comes to clones. I mean, you never know. We'll have to see how it goes. She is the original, but I fancy Alice. I could totally see why Roland was like, no, that one's mine. So I dig it. It's cool. She does make kind of like a pretty cool bodyguard for him. Because, you know, Lance Evil and company just has not been doing that great of a job. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to put out any Lance Evil hate out there. I know he's got enough to deal with, but I have legitimately seen badass Lance Evil builds. They were just unkillable. Like, I got through the whole fight. I killed the arena team, and I pretty much had to kill everybody around him twice because he would not die. And I was like, holy cow, if you drop a team like that with like a couple of tanks of that caliber, where they're literally just unkillable, and you got 3 tanks like that standing in front of like a gnarly ass caster, and they can buy her some time. I mean, you could do something with a build like that, but I haven't exactly got a chance to explore it. I have a Roland, he can have a crazy tank build. I don't have Lance Evil, so it's not something I could try, but I definitely would if I could. Right? So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing today. In the training tab, Grand Ability Gate, trying to get gems. I have so much stuff to fill out. I can't wait to get all the different walls for Theria. She's in a weird space right now where she really can't do much. I can't get her skills charged fast enough to actually take advantage of the damage reduction. The healing I've only managed to do a couple of times. I have not seen her S4 yet. I don't think I've actually seen it and got to use it yet. I'm sure it's nifty. I read everything that it does. Pretty much the only thing I've had access to is charging her S1 a few times, which is just a minuscule damage move, and it's just made to like push people away from her. So the sooner I get those walls and I can start using the walls to see exactly how much of a difference that can make, and some of her, I don't have her AoE heal spell yet. I need to get that. So there's just a bunch of stuff that I need to get to actually make her functional. Then I can actually run her around to her full godly potential, because it really is, guys. It just really is. Once you factor every single thing that she can do just as a base platform, I don't think there's another unit that actually brings as much to a party right now as her. She can do more than anybody else for a party. If you think about everything she covers in just her core kit, all the damage reduction, all of the walls, you know, elemental damage reduction, manipulation, she can take off debuffs from your units. She can give you all damage reduction of multiple kinds, from the walls to just the straight up damage reduction from her skill kit. She has a gnarly ass S3 for free heals, and she gets revive, and she has a whole crazy revive game, and we're not even talking about her S4. Not even talking about how the batshit crazy stuff her S4 does, right? And then you have to factor in everything you can add to her, like name giving buff, which is so easy for her to use, because now not only could she do all that, but she's going to be giving everybody plus 25% to all their stats, on top of the damage reduction, on top of all that, on top of anything else you can do with her too. You can give her a few breaks. She will have the room to do it. She can take exactly the breaks that she needs for the fight. She's going to be able to buff you 25% to all your stats. break the enemy stats and resistance that you want her to, and then she's going to be able to heal everybody, give everybody damage reduction, give everybody elemental damage reduction. There's shit I'm missing too. She just does so much, right? It's insane. She is the most capable healing platform in the game right now, hands down. Yeah, and she just does so much. So I'm gonna have a blast just actually filling her up as a character and seeing what I can do with her. I think it's a lot. I know it's a lot, but it takes time to build her. You're not going to see a huge power boost from her. You're going to need to teach her all the right abilities, and I think in the end, though, she's a very, very crazy character, and she's going to help you cheese a lot of things. I mean, you got people right now taking their tower game from level 50 to level 80 because they've had this girl for 3 days. That is just how amazing she is. After only having her for a couple of days, these people are like doubling their tower level. I mean, there's a reason why tower's up right now. I haven't been able to invest in mine that much yet, where I'm sure right now, even with the haste and stuff that I got for her, I'm sure she could help me out in tower. I would like to actually build her a little bit more, and that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 days. And then just kind of waiting for this event and, trying to get my 9,600 paid lapis together for the pull of a century in Last Cloudia, and I'm sure you all are too. So I just want to give you guys an update of what I'm doing with my characters. I have more new characters than I expected, and I have a ton to work on them just to get something viable out of them so I can actually run them and have fun with them. And then, I got arcs too. I kind of ignored this arc. I forgot what it had on it. I'm going to have to level this thing up. I'm going to have to teach this ability because I've been wanting to mess around with this. It's funny because when I pulled this arc, I wasn't excited about it. I thought this was an arc that didn't have anything to offer me. Then I realized that it obviously has something with maces, and I thought that potentially it could be something good for Rem. So I was like, no, you know what? Okay, I'll go in there and check that out, which you should always check out every arc you get anyway. But I completely forgot that the most important thing on this arc for me was, the Giant Slayer on it. I completely forgot. I think that's great. It's highly applicable all over the place for any boss. It is 9SC. It is 9SC. But the reason this is such a big deal is because against bosses and things, that is where we have the hardest time actually hitting damage cap. So that's a big deal, right? Because say your damage cap 17,000, if you're only hitting for 15,000, giant killing might take you to 17,000 with that extra 20% damage. You might actually be able to reach damage cap. That is going to be a substantially different fight if every single attack you do, you're actually hitting for 2,000 damage more, and with like a high hit combo character like Alice, if this is even helping you score that extra 1,000 at the end to get you to damage cap, it's 50,000 more damage real quick because she's going to get a 50 hit combo just going lickety split. So giant killing and stuff like that, it's very interesting to me. And the two-handed hammer thing for 12 SC, I'm gonna have to see what I can do with this with Rem. But I'm expecting to get more out of Giant Killer. Let's see, hammer boost, high counter, cool, high counter power increase. That can be. I thought it was just counter at first, but high counter is also something I could do something with. So I'm kind of excited about this one. I'm going to work on this thing, see what I can get out of it. I definitely enjoy running Rem. She is still one of my favorites. So, pretty cool stuff here. And it's not just Rem. Everybody can take a page out of that giant killing book and hopefully get their 20% to their skill damage. Because you guys know me, I love running skill-based characters. Those are like the unique abilities in this game that nobody else has, right? Until they come out with a Ditto that can copy everybody's skill kit. I I'm a huge fan of the S4. That's why I'm so happy with Alice, and that's why I have so much stuff to work on. We have a free friend point pull. I do need some of these rainbow gems. I need a lot of stuff. So, you know what? Here, I will do... Oh, look at that. I don't even have 3,000 paid lapis anymore because I've been using it just for the singles. I don't even know what I would do if I actually scored Saintly Theria. She would sit on the bench because I only have her little black dress on my old account. So, but hey, to me, a daily pull is always worth 100 lapis, even if it is paid lapis. And because this has an amazing arc on it with spell linkage, I will still do the daily on Theria's banner. It's the only one that could mean something to me, and it started with a yellow. What are the odds of that? We got at least some of the gang with Kyle. Can we pull it off? Can we have some flashbacks? Can we? No. I'm sorry, everyone. So I try not to get too excited. I really would love the arc. I would love this. What is this? What is this called? Radia Starry Calamity. Oh yeah, that's crazy. She just destroyed a whole village. It was a calamity. But spell linkage looks effing awesome to me. For only 5 SC, magic attack damage plus 4% for each repeat of the attack magic. So for Yoda to throw his Apocalypse ability, which, hey, if you're bringing Yoda to throw Apocalypse, that's what he's going to be doing. He's going to be casting that back to back to back. He might, if you have him equipped with the right staff, he might cast Apocalypse and then throw like his S1, because with a certain staff, he gets a huge intelligence bonus after using a skill. Then you cast Apocalypse again with your higher intelligence for more damage. And with this, as long as you keep casting Apocalypse over and over again with spell linkage, you're going to get 4, 8, 16, and then like what, 20% more damage. That's huge. 20% more damage on Apocalypse is effing huge. And this only costs 5 SC. So this is something I really wanted to get. I really had my eye on spell linkage. I cannot wait to get that for only 5 SC. It just looks great, and I think this thing has a decent ether reward. The Sky Meteor Staff, 191 int, fire attack magic damage plus 30%. I know a girl that would love to have this. In fact, who is this girl on the arc? We know who I'm talking about though. One of Roland's cronies would love to have that plus 30% to all her fire, her upgraded fire. So that would just be a great staff for her, and I enjoy her, and I have her. So if I did manage to get this arc, which eventually, hopefully I will because it's not limited, I can't wait to do a lot with it. So this is what your boy's been working on. I wish you all the best. It's good to have a few days break to just grind out materials that you need. And I got a bunch of work stuff I need to get done. But everybody, hold on to your 9,600 paid lapis. And the funny thing is, this is why I didn't want to say anything officially about it, because word was the number that people were throwing around were 6,000. I would save up 6,000 paid lapis. That's what the general consensus was. And I was like, I don't even want to talk about an amount of lapis until I actually hear something concrete. 9,600 lapis is concrete. That's what it's going to be. So that's why I'm glad I didn't say anything about 6,000, right? So it's been confirmed. That's what we all need to do. And just run out your event and work on any of the new characters that you've gotten, because I know every single one of you has gotten some new characters. With all the banners that have been dropping, just character after character. I know everybody lucked out a little bit for Christmas. They should have. I even had my own little Christmas miracle. So go ahead and work on that character while you have time, and don't forget about that 9,600 lapis mark that you need to have in your bank for that UR archery that we've been waiting for. And I will see you all soon. Peace, everybody.